Texas Chainsaw Massacre is one of the most important horror films in the history of cinema. It's a brutal psychological trip that sent audiences reeling, leaving them sick and appalled. The film is considered to be a cult classic in the horror community, and over the years, since its release, studios have bought the rights to the film series time and time again, looking to recreate that taste of fear, only to fail. The Texas Chainsaw Massacre has not stopped, because the film studios demand more money from the beloved franchise, yet deliver us plate after plate of rotten meat. For most fans, nothing compares to the original film, which is why, in 2021, we will once again witness the face of evil as we've never seen it before. Welcome, ghouls and ghosts. I'm the Horror Creep, and these are my thoughts and ideas on the Texas Chainsaw Massacre reboot. A lot of you might be asking yourself, why are they rebooting the series again? When did this happen? Much like Leatherface's screaming in Next Generation, talks of new Chainsaw films never stop either.
What's going on in there?
In August of 2018, it was reported that Legendary Entertainment was pursuing the rights with interest in developing television and film projects. The following year, on September 19th, it was revealed that Fede Alvarez would produce the next film. In November of 2019, Deadline Hollywood reported that newcomer Chris Thomas Devlin will write the reboot. In February of 2020, brothers Ryan and Andy Tohill were hired to direct the next installment. The film's plot will focus on Leatherface, who is now 60 years old. The story will revolve around two sisters, Melody and Dreama. Melody is a 25-year-old San Francisco moneymaker who drags her younger teenage sister with her to Texas on a business trip out of fear of leaving her alone in the city. Dreama is an amateur photographer who is also wheelchair-bound, presumably disabled. On August 24th of 2020, the Tohill brothers were fired a week into filming and were replaced with David Blue Garcia. Amongst the cast are Happy Death Day to You actress Sarah Yarkin, Vikings actor Mo Dunford, and Despicable Me actress Elsie Fisher, just to name a few. The cast overall seems rather novice, with the exception of William Hope, who is best known as Lieutenant Gorman in Aliens, and Kyle in Hellbound, Hellraiser 2. Since 1980, Bill Hope has had an extensive acting career full of live performances as well as voice acting for animated shows and video games. He lended his voice for the characters of Nathaniel Bard and Mikhail Victor in the extremely disappointing Resident Evil 3 remake that came out earlier this year, while also voicing multiple characters in the Thomas and Friends video series. Also a veteran actor and no stranger to the world of horror films is the ever-terrifyingly delightful Alice Krige. Best known for her role in Ghost Story, while also portraying Mrs. Brady, Charles Brady's mother in Stephen King's Sleepwalkers. She also brought the character of Christabella to life in the Silent Hill video game adaptation. She also was the witch in 2019's Gretel and Hansel. However, her most important role, undoubtedly, is Frida Sackville-Bag in The Little Vampire. You're fucking lying if you say you've never seen that movie. What horror fan hasn't seen it? It's a movie about friendship and vampires.
Ah! It burns! Ah! 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 It burns! Ah! 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 Ah!
I've followed Alice Craig's career quite extensively ever since I was a little horror creep. I first saw her in Stephen King's Sleepwalkers. She's enchantingly beautiful, a fantastic actress, and an absolute pleasure to watch. Her performance as the witch in the retelling of Hansel and Gretel was almost too perfect. If I had to guess, I'd hope she'd be portraying one of the Sawyers, like Mama Sawyer, or possibly even Verna Carson herself, permitted this reboot takes anything from the previous installments and sequels, which it doesn't look like it will. Another actor on the roster worth keeping an eye on is Sam Douglas. Many of you will recognize Douglas from the PS3 title Heavy Rain, where he portrayed the private investigator and origami killer, Scott Shelby. I say you should keep your eye on him, as Douglas could very well be our new Leatherface. He stands at 6'3" and is 63 years old. Now, as stated previously, the movie is going for a 60-year-old Leatherface, so if I was a betting creature of darkness, I'd put all of my spare body parts on Douglas. Aside from voice acting in countless video games, he's also appeared in a variety of films, including Dot Kill, Snatch, The Fifth Element, Valerian and the City of a Thousand Planets, Death Wish 3, and even Batman. I personally loved his performance in Heavy Rain. He was easily my favorite character before finding out what a bastard he is. His performance was extremely dynamic. I believed him when he got angry, when he felt burnt out. He was great at projecting his emotions onto the audience, which is something you'll need to be good at if you plan on donning the old dead skin mask, as it's the only way Leatherface is able to express his feelings and emotions. Personally, I feel like the series ran out of gas a long time ago. Everyone is aimlessly trying to make something of the franchise, but fails to capture the essence of the original film every time. I loved Tobe Hooper's The Texas Chainsaw Massacre Part 2. It was my introduction to the series, and truthfully, I love it more than the original film. I also loved Texas Chainsaw 3D, starring Dan Yeager as Leatherface. It's a film that really tried to take us back to the original film while still creating something of its own, and yes, it's chock full of continuity errors and bad dialogue.
Welcome to Texas, motherfucker! Do your thing, cuz.
But when you can look past all that, it's at its core a fantastic chainsaw movie. I wasn't excited for this reboot at all, but I have to admit, Alice Krieg and Sam Douglas's involvement have me curious.
Get a flashlight. Come on, get a flashlight.
That's it for now. See you next time.